Eris Chafin is a beautiful 5-year-old in the middle of a bitter custody battle between two parents at the end of a rocky marriage.
My daughter, she's my sparkle. She's everything for me.
If my daughter's returned to the United States, I believe that I will never see her again.
It's a complicated legal fight dealing with international borders and treaties, and important enough that the U.S. Supreme Court has taken the case.
Fly took me to the fly.
The last time Eris was in the U.S., her father shot this video of her, but now she lives in Scotland, where her mother Lynn is from. A federal judge ruled that Lynn could legally take Eris back to Scotland despite her father's objections. Jeff is a U.S. Army sergeant who served in Afghanistan. He says Eris shouldn't be with her mother because Lynn has a drinking problem.
Personally, I don't think that somebody with an issue, an alcohol issue like that, can take care of a child. You know, definitely on their own.
As evidence, Jeff points to this 2010 police video where Lynn was charged with disorderly conduct. But Lynn says it was an isolated incident after a night out.
You know, I had too much to drink. I apologized to the court when I was taken to court. This is no reflection on me as a mother. I wasn't drunk in charge of my child.
It's a classic he said, she said.
I believe he set me up.
Lynn accuses Jeff of unwanted controlling behavior, including a plot to get her deported.
He called the police on me on the 24th of December, Christmas Eve, and I was removed from the house. I was taken to Decatur jail.
Something Jeff denies.
How could I get her deported? How is that even possible?
Telling a totally different story.
So I woke up with her standing over me with a knife.
So why would the Supreme Court get involved? There's a treaty called the Hague Convention that says a child in the middle of an international custody battle goes to the country of her habitual residence. Here's Lynn's lawyer.
The whole treaty turns on these two words, habitual residence. What is the ordinary, regular home of this little girl?
And what is it?
Scotland.
The federal court agreed that's where Eris belonged, but Jeff's lawyer argues the judge got it wrong. The question is whether Lynn intended to stay in the U.S. with her family.
The phrase miscarriage of justice comes to mind.
But the main issue for the Supreme Court is if Jeff can appeal the decision now that Eris is out of the country.
You've got to have that next level of review.
And it could have broader implications.
This is a case that has immediate, significant, long-lasting impact for every parent in America.
Though most likely for military families and families who travel overseas. Ultimately, Lynn's lawyer says it all comes down to this:
the welfare of the child. And it's not good for a child to be like a ping pong ball going backwards and forwards between different countries.
The treaty that affects this case is mainly designed to help children who've been abducted from their home country, but this is a slightly different scenario. The Chafin story has caught the attention of 2 Republican senators, but neither would say they will introduce legislation addressing any of the issues. Passing a bill to circumvent a treaty would be controversial on Capitol Hill and suspect in the courts. Joe John, CNN, Washington.